Hello and welcome to a dumpster edition of Miles Per Hour. I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm showing off my 1995 Mazda Miata. I say showing off, but I don't actually mean showing off because it's a POS. But I'm going to point out exactly why it won't be a POS, or at least as much, very shortly. So, starting off, as you can see, things that suck. The clear coat is coming off. The tires and rims are terrible. They're 14-inch rims. You can't really put much in the way of tires on them. The biggest you can go is 185, which is good enough to get you around a very slow corner. Beyond that, the doors stick, so you can't close them again. You have to close the handle before you close the door. Stepping into the interior, come take a look at how bad this is. Actually, it's not terrible. So, if you look at the seats, they're not in terrible shape. The fabric is held pretty well. They still bolster really nicely. The steering wheel, that's not just a nice centering indicator right there. That is blue duct tape because the wheel was coming apart. Besides that, you might notice that there's a lot of insulation missing. That's because I got really anxious and wanted to pull out excess weight immediately. So I ripped out the carpeting on the back here, and in preparation for a new soft top, because as you can see, there's not much that's going to keep the rain and other elements out of getting into this car. So I have a new soft top ready for that. Stepping in the back, you might notice, what is this odd oozing foam coming from the bottom left corner of the car? That is actually expanding foam from Home Depot because I had rust spots. Those rust spots are now being filled with this foam, which I will then shave down and then spray paint to match the body of the car. It's a nice way to pass inspection. Nice being practical, not nice looking. Another thing that sticks. So, it has 167,000 miles. Doesn't look too bad for 167,000 miles. Things aren't rusted to hell. Obviously there are things about this engine bay that in the way of shedding weight, I'm going to be removing and or moving around. The first thing, I'm going to take out the cruise control. It doesn't work, don't need it. The AC doesn't work, don't need it. That's why it's a roadster. All this emission equipment over here, gonna cut that out, just wait. Don't really need it, it's a 95, I don't have to worry about the state inspections and things like that, so that's gonna go. Brakes, tires, and suspension. So to stiffen up the suspension and for safety's sake on the track, which is what this car will be, it will be a track car, I bought a Hard Dog Hardcore roll bar system, the M1 system. It's going to stiffen up the chassis as soon as I put it in. Also, I bought Carbotech 8 brakes, which I'm going to put at all four corners, so I will have a pretty decent braking system. The rotors are fine, so I don't need to mess with that. I plan on getting Falcon Azenis tires to go on these crappy little 14-inch rims, and a new soft top. Like, from there, that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing. It was $1,500 for this car. I plan on putting another $1,500 to make it track ready. $3,000 for a really fun track car, not too shabby. Anyway, that's my Project Miata. Stay tuned as I make those modifications. I'll put videos out, so check them out. Thanks for watching, guys.